Hello and welcome to our first live session. I wanted to talk to everybody this week about all the energy that's going on. We have the full moon in Cancer that just happened on Monday, which is the Cancer is ruled by the moon, and that means that you have intense and emotionally charged energies. I know my sleep was affected this week. I started feeling it. I'm a Virgo moon, and that means that the way I do things is affected by the moon. So I was really affected, or I guess I'm usually affected by the moon. But anyway, this weekend it started where I was like waking up early. I couldn't sleep. Um, my brain was like kind of all over the place, and not in a bad way, but just like there was too much to do and not enough time, right? Um, and I was a little sensitive, or I've been a little sensitive to criticism this week. Um, just a real sensitive time. Mars is also retrograde in Cancer. That happened or began on the 11th of January, and that's about Mars is action, physical energy, your initiative, and that being in Cancer, it entered into the realm of emotions and passion. So more passion, right? And then Neptune is in Pisces, and that's about heightened intuition, deep spirituality, um, boundless creativity, right? And it's a lot about a strong connection to the collective, right? So you have the the full moon in Cancer and the Mars retrograde talking to Neptune. So that's about lots of water. That's lots of water energy, right? And that's listening to what's guiding you, listening to the energies that um, are feeling your emotions, right? But just we need to slow down. So that's kind of what I was talking about with my mind, right? It's like it was going and going and going and going, and I just needed to slow down. I needed to take a breath. I needed to ground myself, and I think that a lot of us are feeling that, right? Um, in my readings, it was about um, like surrendering, right? And it was about filling your own cup, and it was about um, education and learning, right? And yeah, it's moving forward and going through those lessons, but you have to take that knowledge and wisdom with you as well. So, but with a lot of energy that's going, a lot of water energy, you want to be aware that um, what's moving around, right? What's going? What emotions are you feeling? What what do you need to nurture yourself, right? Um, Maybe you need to binge watch Netflix, right? Maybe that's gonna make you happy. What's your happy place, right? Songs on repeat. Um, Having the company of friends, right? Maybe diving into your creativity. What do you like to do? Do you like to draw? Do you like to journal? Do you like to um, do videos? Do you have your own YouTube channel, right? What is it that you like to do? So with this Mars in retrograde, we're relearning those that action, right? Mars is like action and drive. So we're relearning how to do that, but also be aware of how to care and nurture ourselves in the same process. It's a lot, huh? So I wanted to do a little reading for us. So I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. Whew. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat below, and I'll try to answer them during the live chat. Okay. And if I will check if you watch this after the actual live, then I will keep checking to see if there's any questions that need to be answered. Okay. All right. So your 11-year-old self, right? That's about your childlike energy, right? Um, that's about being excited and remembering to have fun, right? Caring and nurturing, right? Children don't have all that stress, right? They don't have all the stuff that's going on in their head like we do. So they're more carefree and they're having a good time. And what makes me happy? What's going to fill my cup right now, right? So that's the kind of energy that we want to be having this week. And this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Let's get a card from here, Spirit. And we have the Coyote, number 12, right, which is a 3. And that's the Empress. And the Empress is the divine feminine, right? So we have to allow these things to come in, be open, be receptive. And this is number 2. It's a Roman number 2. So that's the High Priestess, right? That's intuition. The High Priestess knows, right? She wants you to ask her and she'll tell you, but she's not going to tell you without you asking. Also, remember, she doesn't have a roof, so her potential is unlimited. So your potential is unlimited right now. Your creativity is probably just out, I was going to say out of the box, right? So go with it. Follow your intuition, right? Pisces is very intuitive, is very spiritual. Cancer is very nurturing and loving and caring, right? So we have to kind of bring those things in. So, and then remember, all this water energy, you need to slow down, right? Take your time. There's plenty of time to do what it is you need to do. If you need to ground yourself, right? The Hermit came out a couple of times this week, and that's about taking pause, right? What's your knowledge and your experience? Trusting your intuition, trusting that you know um, what you need to do, right? How you need to go about what you're doing. Um, like I just heard the Queen of Wands, right? And the Queen of Wands is about competence and, sorry, I thought I saw a spider. Competence and about, I'm hearing the nurturing again, right? She wants to um, stabilize her foundation, right? She has resources. She has ways of doing it. She's very practical. So, but you have to slow down, what's best for you, follow your intuition, right? Let's get some guidance from Spirit. I'm shuffling a little slow because I had, I don't know if you can see the Band-Aid. I saw the Hangman and the High Priestess. Carpal tunnel release. It's very successful. It's feeling really, really good. And there's that Queen of Pentacles. And it's just, my hand's a little weak. And it really hurt. It hurt more than I thought it was going to hurt, but it's doing good now. I get my stitches out tomorrow. Can't wait. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective for this week's energy? The world. This is how you're showing up. The chapter is closing, right? You're going on. Remember, after the world is the Fool. So something's closing up. And maybe that's why all this energy is getting you a little bit charged, right? Because, or maybe you're going too fast because you're like, oh my God, things are happening. I need to change things. We have the Pluto in Aquarius, and that's about transformation and change and going from the individual. We learned all the lessons we needed to learn as individuals. And okay, so it's okay if you haven't learned all your lessons yet. We're always learning, right? It's not that, well, you didn't learn everything, so now you're stuck. No, it's not that. But there's a lot of things that we've learned, and we have to take those things forward. So it's how do we as individuals affect the collective, right? Your challenge is the Three of Pentacles. Your challenge could be the collaboration with others. Maybe you've been learning all these lessons on your own, and it's a challenge for you to share that with others. I can tell you a story. I was single for almost 8 years, and I was working on myself, and I was happy. I was working, right? My career, I don't have any children. I've never been married, and my career has been my life. And so I was happy with that. So I wasn't ready to meet somebody, but I did meet somebody. And it was a challenge for me, right? I had to learn how to integrate my life with theirs. And when we were not living with each other, it was kind of easy ish, right? Relationships aren't easy, but we could be together for a little while and then we could be on our own. And both of us very much need our own space, right? And it just works out that we have time for ourselves before we make time for each other, right? So then we, kept going and kept going with our relationship. And all of a sudden we thought, well, why are we spending all this money to visit each other when we can just live with each other? Because I have a house that's big enough for everything, right? So we made that choice. And that was another challenge, right? But it's working out. And it wasn't as hard as I thought. My challenge was about trying to integrate who Denise has been for the last 7 or 8 years by herself with somebody else. Because, people are different and people, it, if you want to really learn somebody, go on a trip with them, and not a short trip, like 7 days, right? Go on a cruise for 7 days and be in a small cabin. I challenge you. You will learn. And we're compatible. We travel wonderfully. We're going to Alaska. Actually, we're going to Mexico in a couple weeks. We're going to Alaska in September. We're going to go to Thailand in December. But I'm able to do that now, right? I'm 60. I've worked my life. I'm taking care of myself medically right now and on my way to retirement. So I'm able to do this. Okay. Your recent past is the 10 of Pentacles. So, like the story that I just told you, I had my career, I have my house, I have my savings, right? I have things. So this 10 of Pentacles is about it's about abundance, but it's about your wealth and your stability, right? The 10 is an ending. So you've gathered everything and it's ending to start something new. So me, I'm starting my life to take care of myself and my retirement. What are you starting, right? Your recent or your near future is the Fool, right? You got the ending of a chapter and then you have that new beginning that's coming, that new journey. What is your new journey? Is your new journey about being creative? Is your new journey about just caring for yourself and nurturing yourself and doing things a little bit different? Part of nurturing yourself is doing things that make you happy. What gives you joy, right? Is it creating? Is it, oh, I've always wanted to learn how to do pottery, right? Creating things with your hands, right? With clay. Is it drawing? Is it painting? Is it gardening? Is it traveling like me? I travel. Um, I never had vacations. My vacations in my career was a staycation, right? It was, oh, I have to do something around the house, so I'm going to take a couple weeks off or a week off. Yeah, take a vacation, a real vacation where you leave and you don't care about work, you don't care about home, right? I another challenge. I challenge you to do that, okay? And your overall energy is the Page of Pentacles, is learning um, how to stabilize yourself, how to get that wealth that you want for this new journey, how to um, what's the word? Reinforce that foundation, right? So that you can go on those vacations and you can enjoy yourself. And I will tell you that you have to prepare to retire, right? You can't just retire. I mean, I guess somebody can. You can do anything. My dad used to say there's no such word as can't, right? So you can do something. I'm saying that it's best for you to prepare. So this is what this Page of Pentacles is telling me, that it's about preparing. So let's get some clarification on that Page of Pentacles. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this Page of Pentacles? Oh, well, it's got some jumpers there. The Star, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so that's about healing, right? You have these hopes and these dreams and you need to heal, right? We just got out of the Pluto in Capricorn, which is about learning all these things that we needed to learn, but there's still some more learning that we have to do and a little bit more healing, right? We're always healing, we're always learning. And I just heard trauma or child wounds, right? Child wounds don't surface until like the last minute. And that's not how I wanted to say it. Something happens and you have a reaction and you're like, oh my God, where did that come from? That's a child wound. It's something that's deep inside of you that your brain loves you and your brain tries to take care of you and it might hide some things. Or you were told that you couldn't have feelings. I'm 60. I'm, I was a latchkey kid for a while. I was Gen X, right? We were told, go outside, go play. You're not an adult. Go be a kid, whatever. So we learned to do things on our own. We were also told we couldn't have feelings. No, you stop crying before I give you something to cry about, right? And I'm not being hard on my parents. I love my parents. I miss my dad so much. And I have my mom. Sorry, emotions, right? My mom who raised me since I was 9, and I love them to death. Were they perfect? No. But they did what they could. There was 8 of us, right? It was a busy household. So there was a lot of things that, I didn't allow myself to be vulnerable, which that's going to be one of our lives too, is vulnerability. And I'm working on that. I want it to be very informative. I have an ebook that I've been working on. It's almost done. So I'm going to do vulnerability on one of our next lives. Okay. So I want you to, we're going to do vulnerability. And then we're going to talk about decluttering, spirit, emotional, mental, and spiritual clutter. We can talk about change. Um, there's an article that I read about, what was it? The 7, I can't remember the exact thing, but how to um, have resilience in 2025, right? We did all that hard stuff, and now all this change is happening, and how do we remain resilient for that? Okay, that might be the next thing that we do um, in a couple of weeks for the next live, is that resilience one. But anyway, so with this Page of Pentacles, you have healing, you have that Queen of Pentacles, right? Who is about um, that resourcefulness, that practicality, right? Nurturing. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is telling me that there's some things that you need to leave behind. Maybe you're stressing over some things that you don't need to be stressing about. Um, the full moon, remember, is about releasing things that no longer serve us. That's what that Five of Pentacles card is telling us. That is basically the Five of Pentacles. They're leaving that church. They're leaving that warmth and that food and that community. They're moving on, even though this guy in this picture of this deck, he's missing part of one of his legs, but he's still leaving, and it's cold outside. It's snowing, right? So there's something that's driving you to move forward, even as hard as it is, because you're going on that new journey. Okay, let's get clarification on that new journey. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this new journey? This card wants to come out. The Nine of Swords, stress and anxiety. No more stressing and anxiety. Trust your intuition, right? Your intuition is heightened right now. And then you have the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. I'm sorry, the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So, I don't know why I heard Ten of Pentacles, but that's over here. So the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, they're together, or they're I don't know what the word is, but together. Okay. So don't stress out. Okay. So this is a new journey. This is something new. It could be something you always dreamed about and now you want to do it. Okay. Is that hard? Hell yeah, it's hard. Is it scary? Uh-huh. So, but it's okay. Baby steps, right? And I was in the army, and one of the things that I learned, of the many things that I learned, was crawl, walk, run, right? You don't gotta just automatically run, right? Because you're going to meet some speed bumps in the way. So if you go a little by little, then you can meet those things head on. So you're going to stress out, right? There's going to be some stress. We have the Six of Cups here, which is about blessings. So there's blessings that are ahead of you in this new journey, and it's going to be happy. You got the Ten of Cups, right? The Ten of Cups is complete happiness, right? That's wish fulfillment. So another thing with this water energy and the moon and Cancer and Mars retrograde in Cancer and Neptune is that you need to trust your feelings, right? You need to um, take time to care for yourself, right? So this intense um, feeling that you need to nurture yourself, but you're like, but I have all these things to do. Okay, make time for it, right? I was just speaking to one of my um, spiritual collective that I'm working with, and I was telling her, because she has so many things to do, she's like, oh, I don't have time. I'm like, no, you need to make time, right? And you need to put time in for yourself, right? We have to do that. This is something that I'm learning. I started learning this at 58. So can't teach an old dog new tricks. Not true. You can. I'm learning a lot of new tricks. So um, just take take that time, right? You might be having some bad dreams or a lot of dreams right now, and you're trying to figure out these dreams. I've been dreaming in such vivid color. I don't know if I always dream in color, but I'm definitely noticing. And in my dreams, there's a lot of activity going on. It's like there's problem solving, right? In your dreams, you know who these people are, but when I wake up and remember my dreams, I'm like, I have no idea who that person was. But in the dream, I knew them, and then we're solving problems. It's a lot of action, right? It could be this Mars retrograde, but it's like we're taking care of stuff, and we are taking care of each other. So that could be it too. I'm not a dream analyst, so I don't know what it all means. Um, and I have a lot of things that are going on, so I'm not really tuning into those dreams, but there you go. So I need to fit that into my life, right? I need to slow down and I need to take more time. So in my morning meditations, maybe I need to have part of that meditation or add part of it and say, you know what? Now I need to focus on my dreams. Or I can have a dream journal, right? I can have a little journal on my nightstand. So when I wake up, I can just jot down real quick what my dream was about, whatever I remember. And I actually have these little reading glasses that have like little lights on it. So I'm prepared. I just have to do what I need to do with it, right? I want to get clarification on this Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. What does the collective know about this Nine of Swords? Okay. Well, we get this card too. Okay. Didn't fall, but we'll get it. Oh, that's 4 cards. Okay, so we have the 4 Cups, the 3 of Swords, the Strength card, and the Hangman. And I flipped that up backwards. So in this new journey, again, the 4 Cups is about pause, right? It's about you have the 3 of Swords, which is about pain, sorrow, and then you have the Star, which is about healing. So take time to, when you care for yourself, there might be something that's hurting you or something that is not right. So take time to heal that, right? Have the strength to do that. Have the strength to say, you know what? I need to stop and I need to take care of myself. But I also need to keep moving forward. I need to see things in a different perspective, meaning, like I said, I need to probably pay attention to my dreams because they're becoming really vivid. So that means Spirit is saying, look, you weren't paying attention to them before, and now I'm giving them to you in Technicolor. So you need to start paying attention, right? So see things in a different perspective. That's what I'm hearing for me. What is it for you? What are you needing to see in a different perspective, right? What do you need to do to get to this happiness, this 10 of Cups? So let's read these oracle cards. So we have your 11-year-old self, right? The attributes are playfulness, exploration, need for safety, and childlike perspectives. That little boy or little girl inside you never goes away unless you stop letting them out. Then they wither away inside. They are your magical inner child with a mischievous little grin and sparkle in their eyes. This reminds me of my very favorite picture of myself. I'm wearing a Pinocchio t-shirt. I have a little short haircut, and I'm like leaning against one of those old console TVs, and I just have this smirk on my face, like this little attitude. And I've had the same attitude my whole life. That's what this reminds me of. Your 11-year-old self wants to play, explore, and feel safe. Your 11-year-old is also more perceptive than you realized. They know when you're safe and when you're not, and will create armor around their hearts to survive. How would you treat an 11-year-old? Coax your magical child to come out and play. So, if you had to give an 11-year-old guidance right now, they're going through all this stuff that we were talking about. What would you tell them, right? How would you make them feel safe? How can you make yourself feel safe, right? And now we're going to read Coyote. It was at number 12, right? I think it's in order. Elemental P. Yep. Okay, the essence of this card. The coyote is a symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. So that's kind of like the 11-year-old self, right? The coyote brings the energy of of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of which doesn't serve you. Let me read that again. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. So spirit is showing you maybe all this, what I just heard is all this stuff that's going on, right? That's the divine deception. That could be me, right? Me in his example. My scatterbrainness that I've had. And it's not a bad thing again. It's just like my brain is working too hard. Like my girlfriend tells me that she can't turn off her brain at night. I don't have a problem with that. I can close my eyes and go to sleep, right? But my brain's been working overtime, and that's maybe what's waking me up in the middle of the night, right? In the early morning hours. And sometimes I can go back to sleep and sometimes I can't. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you to the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are the most sacred and always for your highest good. So, like as I was reading that, I'm seeing the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is an ending, right? And he has all those swords in his back, and it looks so ominous, but it's for your best and highest good. So this ending of a chapter, as hard as it might seem right now, is for your best and highest good. Okay, so the invitation. So this is the guidance for this card. If coyote calls to you, this is the time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit. Yet, you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. So, this Nine of Swords, right? It looks like this Nine of Swords is uh, deception for this Ten of Cups, but it's not, because this coyote is giving you that detour. You're worrying about something you shouldn't be worrying about, or learn those lessons, take those lessons with you, and move up higher, right? Remember your blessings. So you have anxiety, remember you have blessings, and then you can move on to that happiness. Remember this, coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when coyote calls your name. So Pluto and Aquarius, right? This is a time for change, great growth. And it might be challenging for you right now, but you Trust your intuition, right? Trust that you know these things. Pause and take time. You got this, right? This is a really good. Hi, so sorry, my camera turned off. So, but anyway, I was saying this is a really good reading, and I want you to take all this into account, right? You need to. What's fun? What's caring? Or what is it? What can you do to care for yourself? What can you do to have fun, right? But know that spirit is going to send you on these detours. Spirit is going to challenge you. You might be stressed out about it, but you got to be strong, right? See things in a different perspective and know that it's going to be a happy ending. You're closing this chapter. You're on a new journey. You got this. I've really enjoyed this live. I hope you enjoyed it too. Don't forget to um, add more questions in the live, or I'm sorry, in the chat. Um, there, I had some questions about, um, am I learning tarot? Am I teaching tarot? Yes. So we're always learning, right? Have I been doing tarot for 30 years? No, I have not. Um, and what I'm also learning is to trust my intuition, right? Trust what I'm hearing. Trust, because when we do a spread, when we ask, we have an intention and we ask. Yeah, the Four of Cups might come up, right? But and there's a meaning for that Four of Cups, so there's a meaning for that Three of Swords. But it's, what does it mean in relationship to the rest of the cards, right? So I have to learn to trust my intuition. Maybe we'll do a class on intuition. Intuition is hard. We all have gifts, right? You have to remember you all have gifts. And I have a lot of questions that are asked of me about, how do I know what card means what? Well, again, you have to trust your intuition, right? And remember, these readings may or may not resonate with you at this moment. I've done personal readings. I'm going to be soon doing more personal readings. Be on the lookout for that. And those personal readings are a little bit better because we have the one-on-one connection, right? I'll have pre-recorded 15-minute readings if you just have like one burning question that you want answered. So that'll be a recorded message that I send to you. But if for the other readings, the 30 minutes or the 50-minute reading, then that'll be on Zoom, right? And so we're talking and we're connecting. And so you can look at the cards and you can say, hey, can you clarify that Nine of Swords for me, please? Or something like that. So it's more of a connection. These are just general readings. I've had my clients tell me that, when we did the reading, I listened, but, it it resonated, but it didn't. But then like 3 weeks later, oh my God, it was exactly what you said, right? So although I'm not trying to do a prediction, I'm just trying to get whatever the energy is in the card. It might not happen right then, okay? So thank you so much for joining me today in this live. I really had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I look forward to more lives. Don't forget to check out my weekly tarot focus and my weekly love focus. And tomorrow, the weekend tarot focus comes out. So don't forget to check those out. I also released full moon and Cancer elemental readings for the fire, air, water, and earth signs. Check those out too. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And then know that my membership will be happening soon. That'll include these lives. It'll include a topic for each of the lives. Well, not for each. Maybe like 2 to 3 lives will be a topic. Then that's going to be an ebook included. You'll get a 15% discount on personal readings. I'm really excited. So I'm glad to be able to do this for you. I want to share my knowledge, even though that's scary, right? It's scary to be on here and hope that people listen to me or want to see me and want to hear my readings. But I'm doing it because this is this is what brings me joy. This is what nurtures me. Okay. So thank you so much again for joining, and tell your friends that, I'm doing lives now, and share my videos with them. And until next time, have a good day.